Every man has an animal within. If you push too much, you might unleash the beast.
The ocean, vast, deep, beautiful, and deadly. In Subnautica 2, the adventure goes deeper than ever before. This time, you're not just surviving alone. For the first time in the series, you can explore the alien depths with friends in full co-op. New biomes, new creatures, new tech, and new dangers waiting in the shadows. From glowing reefs to toxic trenches, the world beneath the surface is more dynamic and unpredictable than ever. You'll scavenge wrecks, scan strange lifeforms, build underwater bases, and unravel another haunting mystery hiding beneath the waves. But beware, the deeper you go, the darker it gets, and something is always watching. Subnautica 2 isn't just about exploration. It's about awe. It's about survival. It's about what happens when humanity meets the unknown, again. Dive in, and don't look back. No map. No weapons. No hand-holding. In Prologue, you wake up in the wilderness, cold, alone, and unsure what's watching from the trees. Developed by Brendan Green, the creator of PUBG, this survival game strips everything back to the basics. There's no story. Not yet. Just you, a harsh environment, and the will to push forward. Every world is procedurally generated. Every journey is different. You'll need to read the wind, track wildlife, and use whatever you can find to stay alive. Weather changes everything. Visibility, movement, even the sounds that surround you. There's no combat tutorial, because Prologue isn't about fighting. It's about outlasting. It's about instinct. It's about how far you'll go, when you have nothing. No checkpoints. No second chances. Just you, and the wild. The war is over. But survival has just begun. In Terminator, Survivors, you're one of the last humans left in a world ruled by machines. Set in a post-Judgment Day America, this open-world survival game drops you into a hostile landscape, where Skynet is always watching. You'll scavenge for resources, craft weapons, build shelter, and avoid the patrols of relentless Terminators hunting anything that breathes. Play solo or co-op with up to 3 friends as you fight to protect survivors and shape the resistance. Stealth, strategy, and quick thinking are your only weapons, because in this world, you don't fight to win. You fight to stay human. What if your only way to survive was to become someone else? Welcome to the Altars, a deeply personal survival story set on a hostile, sun-scorched planet, where time, identity, and memory collide. You play as Jan Dalsky, a simple worker stranded on a planet that rotates once every 24 hours, one side burning, the other frozen. The narrow twilight band is your only chance to survive, and it's moving fast. You build a mobile base, a walking machine, to stay within that fragile zone of life. But you're just one person. So you create altars, alternate versions of yourself. Each altar represents a different path you could have taken. The scientist you never became. The soldier you avoided becoming. The leader you were afraid to be. They have memories. Feelings. Opinions. And sometimes, they don't like you. You'll need their help to maintain your base, manage your systems, solve technical crises, and push forward. But with every new altar comes a question: are you still in control? The gameplay blends survival mechanics, resource management, and narrative decisions. Every upgrade, every altar, every path you choose, leads you closer to salvation, or breakdown. Emotionally grounded and visually striking, The Altars is not about crafting weapons or killing monsters. It's about crafting identity. About dealing with regret. About what you could have been, and what you must become to live. The sun is rising. Time is running out. And you can't make it alone. The Altars, coming 2025.
Failure. Damn. I just hope I don't f*** everything up again. You want a relationship that lasts. Put some effort in it.
Each Yan is a different person. It will be extremely difficult to keep everyone happy.
You gotta learn how to say no sometimes.
But we must do whatever we can, because as the mission goes on, the challenges will only pile up. Obstacles on the outside, internal tensions that could prove to be even more dangerous, and with a ticking clock of the deathly sun behind our backs, the only way home is to press forward.
He who controls the spice controls the universe. But here on Arrakis, spice is more than power, it's survival. Welcome to Dune, Awakening, a massive open-world survival MMO set in the legendary Dune universe. This isn't just another game. It's an unforgiving, player-driven sandbox built on the harshest planet in sci-fi history. You begin with nothing, no protection, no faction, no influence. Just sand, wind, and hunger. You'll gather, craft, build, and adapt as you struggle to survive in a world shaped by politics, betrayal, and sandworms. And it's not just the environment you're fighting. Skirmishes break out between players. Spice fields become war zones. Factions rise and fall, not by scripts, but by real choices, real alliances, and real conflict. You can pledge yourself to the great houses. Operate within the guild. Trade in the black market. Or go rogue, carving your own legacy as a smuggler, mercenary, or warlord. Everything is systemic. You'll build modular bases, operate spice harvesters, maintain your gear, and defend your holdings in large-scale PvP. Your survival depends on how well you adapt. Sandstorms move across the landscape, changing terrain, opening ruins, and burying the unprepared. Massive sandworms roam freely, attracted by rhythm, movement, and ignorance. One mistake, and they'll consume you whole. Yet in all this danger, there's beauty. Arrakis is breathtaking, from its towering rock formations to its golden dunes stretching for miles. With Unreal Engine 5, every shadow, every ripple in the sand, every gust of wind, feels real. But don't get lost in the view. Because while you admire the sunset, someone's already watching you through the scope. Dune, Awakening is not about being the hero. It's about surviving long enough to become a player. Long enough to matter. Long enough to rise. The spice is out there. The desert is waiting. Are you ready to claim your destiny, or be swallowed by it? Dune, Awakening, awaken the warrior, the trader, the strategist, in you.
Construct an ornithopter, and take to the air. The world is yours to claim.
This is Dune Man Keith Filari reminding you to vary your route. Return with the full spice lord. My crew found a shortcut we become
The
comfortable.
in-game radio provides insight into key events happening across Arrakis. Map the desert. Discover landmarks, wrecked ships, and desert testing stations, filled with forgotten technology. Arrakis is a vast planet. You can explore unique locations, uncover valuable resources, and search for secrets amongst the shifting dunes. And then, returned to civilization triumphant.
The ice never left. It only got colder. Frostpunk 2 returns you to a world still gasping for warmth, where frost bites deeper, and hope is harder to find. Set 30 years after the apocalyptic storms of the first game, your city has survived, but survival has a price. Now, you're not just fighting the cold, you're fighting your own people. In a new era of oil and industry, you're the leader of a growing city. But growth brings conflict. Different factions pull you in different directions, the radicals, the traditionalists, the desperate. Every decision has consequences. Every law you pass shapes the city, and breaks someone's spirit. You'll manage infrastructure, food, medicine, energy, and morality. You're not just building a city. You're deciding what kind of people will live in it. The streets are colder. The choices are harder. And the line between survival and cruelty has never been thinner. Frostpunk 2, the frost is back. Will you lead with vision, or rule with fear?
Our delegates will make sure of that.
Let them vote!
Yes! Vote!
Stewart!
Do you hear us? Stewart! What about us?
What?
Impossible.
Stuart? Did you hear that? The city. The city was not...
This isn't a ghost story. It's your story. In Sorry, We're Closed, the nightmare doesn't begin with monsters, it begins with grief. You play as Michelle, a woman haunted by more than shadows. When her ex dies in a tragic accident, reality fractures. And from those cracks, something begins to crawl through. Set in a neon-drenched city soaked in sorrow, this psychological survival horror blends retro-inspired visuals with deeply personal terror. You won't just run or shoot. You'll face your past. Every street is a memory. Every creature, a twisted reflection of Michelle's pain, fear, and guilt. The gameplay echoes the classics, tank controls, limited ammo, tight spaces, but wrapped in a surreal, queer, and emotionally raw narrative. There are no easy answers. Just whispers in the dark. And a quiet, constant dread. If Silent Hill and Signalis had a fever dream, this would be it. You don't have to survive the night. Just survive yourself. Sorry, We're Closed, coming 2025. Some doors are meant to stay shut.
Time flies when you're having fun, I can't even see y'all. Time flies cause I'm having fun, I can't even see y'all. Back and forth, 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 back and forth.
Above the clouds, a new world awaits. In Aloft, survival isn't about fear, it's about freedom. You awaken on a floating island, drifting through the skies of a planet long forgotten. There's no ground, no map, just open air, mystery, and endless potential. Alone or with friends, you'll explore the skies from island to island, building, gliding, harvesting, and creating your own little paradise in the clouds. But this isn't just a cozy builder. Nature has changed. Ancient corruption spreads like a storm, twisting wildlife, shattering land masses, and hiding relics of a world that once was. It's up to you to cleanse the skies. Use wind currents to glide between islands, craft your home into a flying vessel, and pilot your entire base as one massive airborne ship. There are no loading screens. No rails. Just sky, and possibility. Customize your world, discover forgotten technologies, and design the skyborne life you choose. Whether you want to build a peaceful village, sail into the storm, or just plant a tree and watch it grow, Aloft lets you play at your pace. The sky is endless. And it's yours to shape. Aloft, rise above.
Will you listen?
Can you hear it? The wind remembers.
In a world swallowed by darkness, walls are the only hope. Cataclismo is a real-time strategy and fortress-building survival game set in a crumbling medieval world overrun by shadowy horrors. By day, you gather, construct, and prepare. By night, you pray your walls hold. You're not a hero. You're a builder. A leader. A last line of defense for what little light remains. Using an intuitive, brick-by-brick construction system, you'll raise towering defenses, place traps, train troops, and command survivors in wave-based battles against relentless enemies. Every choice matters, every wall, every torch, every last arrow. But it's not just about holding ground. It's about reclaiming it. The deeper you go into the mist, the more you uncover, forgotten ruins, lost technologies, and secrets from a kingdom that once was. Cataclismo is a test of your strategy, and your hope. It blends the creativity of city building with the tension of tower defense, and the soul of a dying world. Can you bring humanity back from the edge? Or will the darkness finish what it started? Cataclismo, defend the light.
The virus has evolved, and so have you. In Dying Light the Beast, survival is no longer about running, it's about unleashing the monster within. The world is darker, more broken, more brutal. Humanity clings to ruins. Night brings not just fear, but dominance. You play as a survivor on the edge, hunted by monsters, haunted by your past, and infected with something new. Something powerful. By day, you scavenge, craft, build alliances, and defend what's left of the living. But when night falls, you become the beast. A mutated, enhanced force of nature with instincts sharper than any blade and strength that tears through enemies. This time, you're not just prey, you're a predator. Parkour is faster, combat is more brutal, and choices are heavier than ever. Every move, every attack, every scream in the night echoes across the city. Will you fight for hope or give in to what you've become? Dying Light the Beast doesn't ask you to survive, it dares you to evolve. The dark is calling. What will you be when the sun goes down?
Every man has an animal within. If you push too much, you might unleash the beast.